Some houses have long memories. The girls of Delta Alpha Kappa.
Billy lived here.
Thought the legend of Billy Lend, who was in my house, was a joke.
Well, you're definitely getting punked.
But evil still lives.
Lock up the house, stay together.
Within these walls.
Merry Christmas, Mother.
Black Christmas. Rated R.
The blackest eyes. The devil's eyes.
You will suffer an eternity for this.
Check if he's been naughty or nice.
No, it's okay.
I thought so.
I thought so too, Kevin. But we are talking about 2006 Black Christmas, the very first of two remakes for Bob Clark's Black Christmas from 1974 that we reviewed last week. And I don't know, Kevin, do you have any first initial memories of this, or was this a first time watch for you?
So this was my first watch. Yes, my initial induction or my cognizance of this movie was probably around 2005. So I'd say it was something like probably watching Black Sheep or Seed of Chucky, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
One of those rogue type of horror films. And I saw this and I was like, oh, dude, that looks totally fucking interesting. It's like Christmas Halloween. That's literally what this was like
pretty much
psychiatric person coming back to his place of his crime to be where he wants to be, but finds people there. So he's killing them. And I was like, that sounds fun. Why not? But I never saw it. I didn't see it in the theater. I didn't pick it up when it came out on DVD, and it went out of print for a very long time. So I never got to see it up until just this week.
Now, where did you get a chance to see this? Was this on one of the streamers?
I want to say this is on Tubi right now.
Okay, Tubi. I did see it was on Plex at one point. I don't know if it was still there or not, though.
I don't know. I did not watch it on Plex because I cannot watch Plex and play Magic at the same time. So I'm just kind of like, fuck you.
Oh man, multitasking and Kevin is not working right now.
No, I watched like 3/4 of this last night, like on the TV, and I had to tap out just because it was late at night. And I was like, all right, we'll watch the rest of it tomorrow.
Yep.
And I watched it earlier at work, and I was kind of like, well, okay. But I did find myself having to be like, no, we are stopping playing cards, and we're going to go back 10 seconds to figure out what the fuck we just missed, because that just turned the page rather too quickly. If you read Clive Barker, you could be reading one story for like 30 to 60 pages, and then you just turn any particular page and the whole fucking story changes. The whole book.
Yeah, it just goes completely off the rails or off the hinges or anything like that. And literally, there is one spot towards the end. If you stop, like when the house is burning and everything, and you're like, oh, I'll finish this later. There's only probably 10 minutes left, whatever.
You've missed everything.
And then all of a sudden, you're about to be like, what the hell did I miss? Because the last 10 minutes are completely off the rails.
Yeah, they are on par with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, the beginning of Halloween 2.
Way to go, Jeff.
It's a swerve. What's Jeff up to? Oh, hey.
Oh, yeah. I'll throw that back up for you. Jeff
was,
up north, 57. I saw this movie when I was young. Wasn't sure what to think until I saw it when I was older and enjoyed it.
I'm jelly. I wish I would have seen this when I was 26. Like this I would have really, really dug this in 06, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I
think they would have. I never saw this when it came out. It was years for me. I saw this about 2 years ago when I bought the Blu-ray,
Oh,
the
nice.
German import Blu-ray, which if you this is the only Blu-ray you can find. Otherwise, you got to find DVDs that are grossly out of print and overly expensive.
Yeah.
But I got that on the cheap, and I double packed it with the original Critical Mass DVD or Blu-ray from the 74 version. But when you fire up the German one, you have to select English audio and you have to turn off the subtitles because it defaults to German audio and German subtitles.
Of course. That's
Yeah,
what
so
you would expect.
yeah, but when I got this, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good actually, and it's from Glenn Morgan, also one of the writers and directors of Final Destination, and he also co-created the show Space Above and Beyond on Fox back in '95, and he was also Files and Millennium.
That explains so much.
And Willard,
so much.
Glover.
What's that?
And the Willard remake with Crispin Glover.
Oh, I didn't know that. That was a dope fucking movie. I liked that one.
Yep. So he did a couple of kind of like remake reboots back when remakes and reboots were not exactly the black mark on cinema that they are now.
No, Willard was a really good remake. Like that
was really good. Yeah. Both of them were excellent.
Before you had Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Willard was that remake where you're like, that was better. Like,
just a tick better, but still better.
Yeah, that was an upscale. Crispin Glover killed that movie.
Crispin was perfect.
His mom getting devoured by rats made that fucking movie dope.
That was gnarly, dude.
Spoiler for everyone.
Yep.
But so golly, I did not realize that this was the same person that did Final Destination and God, I just used not Space Above and Beyond.
Yeah, it was Space Above and Beyond. Millennium, X-Files, Willard.
Yeah. There's cast from those shows in this movie, or from those shows and that movie in this movie, and you're just kind of like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm always happy to see her. But she always dies horribly.
Indeed. But you know what? I enjoyed watching this one more time, and I always had a good memory of like the Blu-ray when I got it and I watched it for the first time, because for years I always heard this is like one of the better remakes. You got to check it out. It's one of the better remakes. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll check it out. And well, we'll get to it. Welcome to 0 Point Reviews, everybody, where we talk about the good, the bad, and we judge this thing. But we also like to talk about memories, or if this was the first time watching, we just did that. So before we get into our review, make sure you hit the like button down below, share and subscribe this on out there. I know Mr. Lord Comet has just done that on the Twitter. So thank you very much for doing that. And Kevin, let's get into the good of Black Christmas 2006 from Glenn Morgan.
No, if I could see through my goddamn microphone. There we go.
I can barely see you as it is. I need a drink or something.
Maybe two. I have two in front of me, and then more. Anyway, yes, the good. This was a movie. It most certainly was. You do not get to see any backstory, any context, any clue, or even a glimpse of Billy in the first movie. You see his eyeball, and that's it.
Yeah, you never see the villain in the 74 version, like, at all.
And it's totally satisfying. However, we don't live in that day and age anymore where you can get away with that in a movie. Would I have preferred to see that in this picture? Yes, actually, maybe so. But we don't live in that society anymore. I hear you.
It's just a Fanta, brother.
We need to see them. Oh, fuck off. Put some rum in it, gin. And Black Velvet. Because Black Velvet goes with everything.
Indeed.
And I can't have that anymore because it's got rye in it. So yeah. Anyway. The
Billy.
good. Billy, thank you. They gave him backstory to this. You got to see Billy in this. You got to feel Billy in this and understand him a little bit more. And that wasn't a bad thing. That was actually pretty helpful for this particular picture. I don't know that this movie would have worked the same way that the original had worked had they not given it any sort of lore, because that's just kind of what we're used to these days. Like, you need that lore to grip into, to sink the story into, to keep the audience's attention with, or to make them understand what the bad guy is. So I'm not sure that could be an intelligence thing. There's flies and gnats all around me. I apologize. But Billy was different in this, very different. And I absolutely adored him. Speaking of adore, can I just pause for a moment and say thank you? Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you for the $2 super chat, Lord. Comment. I always support friends. Hey, you are always welcome here, my friend. And thank you for the contribution.
Yeah. So I will derail for that. Like, we always appreciate that. Billy was okay. There was some backstory to Billy that I really appreciated. The actor to Billy was pretty good. The backstory to Billy itself was really good. It was
Yeah,
really
that was
good.
very surprising to me too. And even watching it again for the first time in about a year or so, was like, oh wow, I kind of forgot about this. Right on.
Yeah. Whereas I was kind of like, that's unnecessary. Okay.
Well, they definitely borrowed from Psycho just a tick.
Yeah, it got to that Psycho 4 area, didn't they?
Yes, it did. Boy, and that surprised me again for like the third time I've seen this movie.
Yeah, I was kind of like, well, flicking the beans not an option. All right then. All right.
Well, the new stepdad wasn't cutting it, so she went straight to Billy for her needs, so to speak.
Yeah, that's why I'm just kind of like, I mean,
I was like,
that.
oh wow, okay.
No other options in the house. This was the 90s. Like, dildos were a thing. Vibrators were a thing in the 90s, I'm sure. Like, I remember.
And in the early 2000s until the batteries ran out.
Till
Ladies,
the bat-
only you could tell us how well the batteries work on those things.
That depends upon their settings.
Wow, thank you, Miss Kevin.
I have it set to ripcord.
No, but to your point, like Billy is a pretty good villain, or antagonist, more likely. He doesn't really speak, and he's got jaundice, so he's completely yellow. It's a little too yellow. It kind of puts a little cheese into the movie. However, with most of the Christmas lighting going on, it kind of balances out for the most part. But there are some scenes that just stands out just a bit too much, and I'm like, what are we aiming to accomplish here by making him like that yellow? Are we trying to make him glow or look like a Lucky Charms mascot?
He looked like that yellow bastard from Sin City.
Oh, you point that out. I hadn't thought of it that way.
That's really what he reminded me of, was the yellow bastard from Sin City.
Okay.
And I guess that kind of made me like him even less, which maybe that's what they were going for. I don't know. But I didn't care for that. I really didn't. I thought that was kind of stupid. Like,
whatever. You all know what I mean.
Racist motherfucker.
I'm greencist. I'm total racist up in here. It's Tuesday. It's racist Tuesday.
Your co-host is Irish and you're being fucking racist on Taco Tuesday.
Dude, you are so welcome, Senor Kevin.
Senor Smith.
Senorita Kevin.
But you know what? One of the things I really appreciated about this movie is they tried to make it contemporary. They legitimately tried to make this a contemporary slasher film.
Especially with cell phones and computers and everything.
Yes, they did a really good job with that. The question of who done it, where are they, who has the cell phones, where could the call be coming from? That was all really neat stuff, but it missed out on the whole point of the movie. The entire point of this movie was the call is coming from inside the house. That's
Kind of moved away from the original intent of the original Black Christmas.
Yes.
And turned into just basically a typical slasher movie at Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to incorporate some themes with like family and whatnot, but boy, that is some like twisted incestual family going on. Especially when it's not so much the call is coming from inside the house, it's there's two of them inside the house.
Yeah, that was the last good thing is they brought in Agnes. They kind of explained who Agnes is. And that's what I did appreciate about this flick. Like they kind of explained who Agnes is until you understand who Agnes is. And you're just kind of like, I didn't need to know that shit.
Well, and the way they had set up the reveal to begin with, it made you feel like maybe it's that tall blonde girl with the big spectacle glasses, and then all of a sudden she just disappears.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was what was her name? Edith. Yeah, like I thought she was going to end up being Agnes, and that she was like setting everybody up. Maybe she had
especially with the
eye.
flashbacks, and then it focuses on her once the flashback is done. It's like, oh shit, okay, you're telling us automatically like something here. And then you find out at the end, oh no, she just had her head cut off. And she's dead with everybody else.
She is the angel on top of the tree, like, and it was very unceremonious, which sucks, but
yeah.
Golly, I don't want to start hitting this movie. We're talking about the good. Agnes was a really cool touch though. Do I wish that the Edith chick was Agnes? No, because I thought she was, because we both assumed that she was going to be. I'm glad that she wasn't, because that would have been super predictable. It wouldn't have been fun. And she was much too attractive to be what Agnes is. And that was,
she was a cutie.
Yeah, she was ultra hot. Agnes, on the other hand, was, of course, inbred.
Yeah,
not as,
and absolutely looked like it.
She looked like a potato. Yes, she did look like a potato.
Well, Agnes was played by Dean Friss.
Yes, she was.
And as Austin Powers would say, it's a man, baby.
Oh, goodness. That is so disrespectful on so many levels.
Hey, you are welcome. I got you covered, Kevin.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the casting. No, what you said is perfectly appropriate. Perfectly appropriate. What they did was kind of like, really? Do you know what incest is? But I mean, okay. All right, then.
Oh, dang, brother. Oh. Oof.
You don't become transgendered through incest. Like, she went from a normal 15-year-old girl to a man with long hair and an eye patch. And you're like, when did we board the Black Pearl here? Okay. All right, then. I think that's misrepresentation is really what I think that is. Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty fucking awful. That's what it was.
Cultural appropriation, brother. Got to go one way or another.
I mean, you can't be like, we're casting inbreds. I mean, that's also bad, but
Hey, X-Files did it. Why not do it in this movie too?
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
they
you
did.
forgot about that X-Files episode, didn't you?
I need that episode because that was the band one.
That was a pretty twisted one, actually.
I loved it.
I'll always remember that and the liver one.
Oh, Eugene Toombs. Fuck
Yep,
yeah,
Tombs.
dude.
I was about to just say Tombs.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Eugene Toombs. God, I can't think of his name. He played Percy on Green Mile. Fucking just brilliant actor and
Oh yeah,
the best X-Files villain they ever had. Fuck
he did
Krychek,
2
fuck
episodes,
Cancer
didn't he?
Man.
If I remember.
Yeah,
Right. Yep.
he did 2 episodes, and he was the scariest villain they ever did have. Whoo, it was cool.
A little twisted little bastard like that too.
He was their Pennywise. Like he hibernated
was.
for like 30 years after he got to eat all these different livers or whatever, 5 livers. He would go
Yep.
and hibernate. You're just like, ew.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yep. Well, other good stuff about this movie, I would say the casting is actually pretty good. I wouldn't say all the acting was great, but everybody looked good. I would like to make a case for Kristen Cloak. Just saying, she was fantastic as Lee Colvin.
Yes.
Half-sister of one of the characters. She is what really brought the movie around to a center force, along with Michelle Trachtenberg, which rest in
And
peace.
Correct. That could be the same thing that could be said for Final Destination. Would Final Destination have worked as well if she had not played the teacher in that movie?
Or Tony Todd was the one character in there. You needed your 2 anchors that brought weight to the movie.
Yeah, they were the adults in the pictures, for lack of a better term. And there was a pivotal moment where if the teacher could be killed, then the students were in peril. And
Yep.
the students were all that were able to save the teacher, and they weren't able to save her. And it was a very long, drawn out death that she had in that movie. And I was really just kind of like, really? You fucking got to do her wrong in this picture too, every fucking time. Like,
Well, they save Kristen's death till the end of the movie, at least. But they
I
did take
know,
out
but
the mother of the sorority really quick, Barbara.
who was not as enjoyable in this movie as she was in the original. So I didn't have any problem with that.
That's true.
Kristen, I liked. I loved her in everything I've seen her in. And
She's a doll, man. I enjoy her.
And I was just annoyed to see her die again.
She had her neck snapped.
Yeah, and it was really, again, unceremonious, very fast, very
Well, that's
stupid.
when they hit the Halloween 2 version of the script at the very end of the movie.
Yeah, where
That's what I call that.
That was their reshoot palooza for me. They're like, hey, we got to do some extra shit. This movie didn't really test all that well, and we need to make some more time up. So
I'm willing to bet studio note or request to have that reshot. That's what I'm betting. I don't know anything for a fact, though.
I think so too, because it was extremely unceremonious. It
came out of freaking nowhere.
Yeah, it was unnecessary and dumb.
Because all it set up was the very end scene for her to be a final girl, and ultimately, like, basically everybody dead. She just moved out of the way and shoved a guy over the edge, and he impaled himself on a Christmas tree in a hospital.
Yeah.
It's like, huh, all right. Although I did appreciate the shock pads from the defibrillator zapping Agnes to death. I was like, okay, that worked. The other thing, not so much.
ADR kills are always fun. They really are.
Yep.
Especially when there's eyeballs exploding, which Agnes only had one.
Yep. At least they ripped one out.
She is
But
so
Agnes
fucking.
was eating eyeballs like crazy during this movie.
They both were like,
Yeah.
why? You're ill. You are ill people. That is gross. Eyeballs are gross. And my Uncle Max used to eat fish eyes off the grill when he'd barbecue fish. He'd just like bust out his buck knife and like pull it
Click.
out.
Hmm.
Uncle Max, why it's not even seasoned, buddy? Like, I love you. Don't ever kiss me. Not on
Hey,
the cheek,
waste not, want not.
not on the head, nothing. Ugh.
Well, what did you think of the final girl then?
Was not impressed. It was just kind of like flip a coin.
Especially since she was the cheating whore of the movie.
Yeah, like there was really. This was an editing nightmare, is what this fucking movie was. There was no reason to have that character be the final girl. There was no reason to have a treacherous bitch be Lee's sister figure at the end when she opens up her present. It was a poor choice of direction. It was a poor choice of character and a really, really fucking editing nightmare at the end is truly what that was for me. I'm sorry, I didn't like it. I didn't like her. I can't say I didn't like it as far as the movie. I didn't like the decision to have her be the final girl.
All right. I would have thought Michelle Trachtenberg's character would have been the better choice for a final girl because it was more low key in the background and she became more and more important as the movie went along.
Agreed.
That's what it felt like it was building towards. So I was a little, why are you having the girl who slept with the other girl's boyfriend and have her be the one that made it to the end? That made like, I know they're trying to be edgy back then, but like that made like no sense to me. Like, you're letting the other woman be the final girl? What the fuck is wrong with this movie?
That's not how horror films are supposed to work. And
usually how horror films work, she's the first bitch to go.
Or like there's a special scene just for her because she's such a twat.
Yeah.
Or her sin was so specific that there's a scene especially just for her.
Yeah.
And golly, like that was such a dispassionate fucking sex scene in general. You're just kind of like, Trick, you have no fucking self-esteem.
And she's got no goddamn taste because that boy had no sex appeal to him.
No, he was just kind of dumb and lame.
Yeah, well, some women love the dumb and ugly, stupid assholes anyway.
Look at my ex-wife.
Yeah,
no, I mean, she had good taste.
Well, sexy man over there, if you say so yourself.
Yes, and I
self-proclaimed. And I want to say the only other thing I really did enjoy. I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but the score from Shirley Walker, from who has done Batman the Animated Series. She's done Space Above and Beyond and a bunch of other wonderful projects. So she did the score on this movie.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow.
So special shout out, Shirley Walker, rest in peace as well.
Yeah, dude, she was truly special. I loved her. Always.
If she had not passed away when she did, that lady would be like, ooh, she'd be on next level by now.
Yeah. Yeah. Shirley Walker could just find a soul in a show and give it even more depth than what that soul already had.
Yes.
And it was just amazing. Everyone attributes Danny Elfman for being the composer for Batman the Animated Series. He was not. He composed Batman the theme, the score to Batman. The rest of the show was composed by Shirley Walker. The Joker's suite, the waltz and stuff like that, all her. And it was beautiful. That was not Danny Elfman.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, sorry, I
Well,
didn't know that. That
Kevin.
took me off guard.
No, yeah. Like, there's even a special thing at the end of the credits that says "Goodbye, Shirley." It's a little tribute to Shirley Walker. So if you stayed through the credits, you might have seen that and been like, "What's that about?" She had passed away in November 2006 before the movie came out.
Yeah, I don't remember the year, but I remember when she passed away. That was pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah, that was pretty deep. So rest in peace. But Kevin, like all things, we got to talk about the things we did not like about Black Christmas. So why don't you get us started there, brother?
All right then. Eddie Izzard here.
That is what it looks like, isn't it? With long hair.
At first I thought it was. I was like, is that Susie? Is that Susie Izzard? No,
Susie. No.
that's the new adopted name. It's Susie or Eddie, but they prefer Susie.
Sadie.
Sadie. This was so left field. It wasn't bad. It was not bad. The choice to have a man playing the character, I thought was kind of poor choice. But I'm not quite sure what else they could have done to make that woman scarier. I'm not sure. I really don't know. But this movie to me just did not hold the same majesty that the original did. The
Of
original
course not.
movie was a truly scary film. There were no jump scares. There were no sex scenes.
It was haunting.
It was very haunting. It was very psychological. It was brutal without showing a scrupulous amount of blood. And this movie was more of a horror film than that was, but wasn't a fraction of the amount of scary or good to me.
Yeah.
So, and I don't mean to be disrespectful when I say that, because this isn't a bad movie per se, but it is
Well, you're
far better.
evaluating it on the basis of the original movie.
Which is that's what we should be doing. It's a remake.
Yep.
But I'm also judging it on the fact that it's also homaging Halloween. It's taking what the original was and what the original gave to Halloween, and then taking from Halloween what the original gave to it. Which sounds more complicated than it is. I know. I apologize.
Well, it's almost like a cycle in a circle, because both Bob Clark and the original writer, Roy, what was his name? Roy Moore. The original writer of the original script. Roy Moore wrote this script as well, and Bob Clark endorsed this, and he executive produced it. So they were both on board with what they were doing, and they both acknowledged at the same time, like, we know Halloween pulled from us. We're going to pull from Halloween as a thank you and see if we can move things going again. Who knows? Maybe if there was another sequel, they could have been balanced out with what the original was more in line with.
Yeah. But they didn't.
Nope,
which is
they did
important.
not. We just got another remake of 2019-20, and wow, you want a bad Black Christmas remake? I got one to show you, Kevin, but I'm not going to have us watch that one because that one is fucking terrible.
That's what I heard. I don't think I have any desire to ever see that movie. Like, ever. I'm sorry. Hey, Mikey. I'm sorry this movie wasn't as good as I would have wanted it to have been in 2006. I may have actually liked it more in 2006 than I did now, after having seen the original. But the original was just so good and so breathtaking last week that I was just kind of like, this is caca. Like, it is exceptional. That was the message I sent you at the end. Like, this is an exceptional ending. It is exceptionally bad. Like, it is an editing night. It is an editing nightmare. None of it makes any fucking sense whatsoever. It's awful. The rest of the movie is okay.
Well, what's further compounded by that is here on IMDb, they actually talk about an alternate version, like a European cut, and it completely redoes the showdown at the end. And I'm like,
That
I kind of want to see this now. And that is not on my disc. So I kind of want to see, like, what they describe as like Billy actually dies on the operating table. Lee is taken to the morgue to ID Agnes and finds Claire's remains in the body bag marked for Agnes. Lee returns to Kelly's room to find Agnes hiding in the bed pretending to be her. Agnes attacks, still snaps her neck. We still get the defibrillator attack. And then Kelly is picked up by her parents and leaves the hospital. And the camera zooms in on a Peace on Earth sign hanging on a door. And so it ends a little bit differently. So Billy is not thrown off the edge of a freaking... So to your point, the ending clearly has been like reworked and reshot probably more than once. It was probably like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I would
It's just reading that is like, what the hell?
it stinks of fan reaction or
studio reaction to the fan reaction.
yes, that's what I mean. Like they were going with focus groups and well, it would be better if she died here, but maybe not here. Or maybe she doesn't die at all. No, let's kill her. Let's definitely kill her. And we want her to walk out with this, but she needs to be a heroine, so maybe not with them. And it's like just
And Glenn's probably screaming his head off, being like, I'm freaking done with this movie. I want to do something else now.
There was no fucking hospital in this movie, not in the original and not in mine. Why are we fucking worrying about this? That's
why are we pulling from Halloween 2 and not just Halloween? If you're going to pull from one, just pull from Halloween 1 and call it a day.
Kind of, yes. Because the last 17 minutes of this, you're just kind of like,
I'd argue the last like 10 to 12 minutes, honestly.
I checked.
Like literally, it should have just ended with the two of them, with the fire and the house burning down and then being in it. End of story.
Yeah, like you're watching everyone get fucking cindered and shit. None of them are going to fucking live through that. That's stupid.
And just leave it there. End of the line.
Yeah. They wouldn't have been able to breathe. Their skin is not made out of granite. Like they were fucked.
Yep.
This movie.
That would be my complaint about the ending. Just wrong ending.
It was not good. There could have been better endings with better explanations that weren't so flimsy.
Yep. And I'm going to blame the studio for that one. I'm not going to blame Glenn for that one.
Yeah. But you had your likable characters in this, and that was great. Most of them were okay at best. None of them were like, oh, dude, I really like that person. Michelle might have been the only one.
Michelle was awesome.
I don't even think, Mrs. Kenobi was all that great in this, but
no, I agree with you on that too.
I liked Michelle and Kristen.
Oh, who was the drunk in this one?
Mrs. Kenobi, I think.
No. The one of the girls.
Yeah.
One of the college girls.
Wasn't it Mary?
Oh, that's right. It was, Mary Winstead.
Yeah.
I thought that was all right because when you find that she's dead, her eyes are poked out.
Again, unceremonious, but not bad. You don't always have to see the shit, and that's perfectly fine.
Yep. You do that once or twice. You don't do it 5 times in a movie, and that's what they did here.
Yeah, and that was my biggest problem with it is so much was edited, and it didn't need to be. Like there's
going to be a slasher movie, be a goddamn fucking slasher movie.
Yeah, commit. And you've got like cannibalism in this movie, which is really cool to see. That was one of the first things that made me want to watch this movie was on the trailer.
Crazy, yeah.
Where he's baking the flesh of his mom and stepdad into cookies. Like, oh fuck yeah, dude, I got to see this shit. And that was cool, but they didn't do nearly enough of things like that.
Right.
But that was a selling point for this movie. And
It was.
the original didn't have that. And that's a high point for this movie.
Well, I felt like they were pulling from like what was the movie Wrong Turn or something like that for part of this.
I didn't see that.
I've only ever seen the first one. I know they made like about like 7 more. And one
Yeah.
you can't even watch anymore unless you have like an old DVD set because it's considered not politically correct, so to speak.
Oh.
I think it's completely out of print. So good luck finding the whole set.
Good Lord.
But, you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
this suffered from editing. This suffered from studio involvement. This
Clearly.
suffered from
Because there's
actors.
deleted scenes and shit too.
Yeah. Actors not knowing what their character motivations were supposed to be. And the director not paying attention to what characteristics were. Like a whore being selfless. That's not their nature.
No. Just saying. I mean, I don't regret owning the movie or watching it every Christmas. It's just it struggles at times, but at least it's not exceedingly long. It's only about an hour and a half.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And I have always wanted to see this, and I am glad that I did. But I almost wish I would have watched it before I saw the original. I might have liked it a lot more. But the original is just a fucking dope flick. This made me want to increase my score from the original.
I know, right?
Like, golly, like this is like half of what I gave the original. I won't get to that part yet, but we'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, Starry Oak is fine. I don't really have negative to say about it too much, other than there was choices made, especially with the characters of Billy and Agnes. Not all of it bad, but not all of it great.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's a bit of a
this is not a
mishmash.
Bad movie. That's the problem with this flick, is it's not a bad movie. I want to shit all over it, but it's not a bad movie. It could have been much, much better than what it is, but it's not a bad movie.
Yeah, it's like there is a great movie in here bursting to come out. It just never hit that next gear.
Yep.
I don't think it ever got out of like 3rd gear, and it should be hitting 4th or overdrive, you know.
And that's where I blame the editing. That's where I'm kind of like, okay, you guys edited this to the point where the story that was intended is not being represented here. Like in the most minute way is that story being shown. And you saw that a lot in Halloween. And I didn't like the 2018 Halloween. Same fucking thing. Halloween Kills was a lot better because they weren't trying to fucking do all the fucking editing nightmare and bullshit.
See, and I like the 2018 movie, and I absolutely really like Kills. I just don't like things that got introduced into that movie and then carried into Halloween Ends.
I loved Kills, but the 2018 one, I tolerate.
I remember we've had an argument about this before.
Yeah, I tolerate that one. Kills is amazing. It was awesome. The 2018, I'm just kind of like, you're virtue signaling yourself. You're wasting time because you need the virtue signal. Like, hooray, you're a movie that has a gay person in it. Your gay person is gay and proud that they're gay. Hooray, we're glad that they're proud that they're gay. That's all good. Oh, and now they're a victim.
Both of them.
How much time did their backstory of being justifiably gay did that take away? Like, there was probably a little bit more about Jamie Lee and her family that they could have fucking put into that movie. I don't know. It was kind of the plot. It was just this fickle thing with me. I wanted to see more of that. The original was just not, or not the original. The 2018 was just not all that in a bag of chips. And you had the wokeness, for lack of a better term, in Halloween Kills, but it wasn't forced. It wasn't
Not until the
bad.
third one.
It wasn't bad editing. Like when you find out that the man and wife couple, that the wife is the doctor and the man is the nurse, there's nothing phasing about that whatsoever. Like, that's life. That's the way relationships work. That's the way people are. None of that. And they made it seem that that's okay. That was the circumstance. When there are gay characters, that's okay. That was the circumstance. There was no signaling or saying, "Hey, look at me. I'm individual because I'm doing this." And that's what I didn't like about 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Kills didn't have a whole lot of that at all. There was inclusion, but it didn't feel forced. The inclusion felt natural and it felt good.
Unlike the 2019 remake of this movie, which was completely bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't even bother, anybody. Just don't even bother. We're not even reviewing that one anyway, because next week is Gremlins.
Yeah. And that movie's always put me in a good mood.
Hell yeah. So
ever since I was about a wee child.
oh, we child. But Kevin, let's judge this thing and send everybody packing.
It's okay. This movie
It's
is
not
okay.
that bad.
Yeah. I would have loved to have seen more of Michelle in this movie because she was truly the most delightful part about this picture.
She should have been the final girl. That's my vote.
She should have been. I did not care for anyone else in the movie. I had
The
no
blonde
emotional
wasn't that hot.
No, she wasn't. And like, I didn't necessarily like her in Arrow either. Like, but whatever.
Ugh, don't start that with me. Damn it.
I'm like, wait, that's not Laurel. Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's not the one from Legends. Golly, this was an okay picture. And I feel bad saying that. I feel guilty saying that because this added mythology to a movie that had none. And ordinarily, I am 110% behind that. That's one of the things that I truly loved about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. They added a little bit of mythology where there wasn't necessarily any. There wasn't any needed, just like there wasn't any backstory or mythology needed to the original Black Christmas. But what they gave us here was fun. And I will most certainly applaud them for that. The delivery of it was absolutely awful. I didn't care for most of the actors in it. None of them were characters that I was emotionally invested in. Not like the house mom from the first movie that was a total lush, where you're just kind of like, oh my God, she's hiding all this addiction. She should be a terrible person. Oh, dude, I loved her, dude. I was sad when she got knocked off. In this one, where I'm just kind of like, all right, yeah, that dumb bitch has got to go. Just fucking hurry up and kill her.
Oh, and they did. Running out to the car, trying to get that fired up and out of there, and then boom, boom, boom.
the ice pick. Or the ice scratcher thing, whatever it was.
Yeah, when she showed it to the other girl in the car, and she's like, really? You don't know what this is or how to use it? Dumbass.
Spoiled bitches.
Yep.
It was funny.
That was pretty good.
Oh, goddamn. But so for me, if I was to give this on the sliding scale of 10, this is going to be I'm going to say 4.75. 5 is where that's my level of being entertained. As long as I could say, you know what? I had fun with that, or I enjoyed that movie. I still had fun. I'm going to say it would be a number 5. I'm going to give this a 4.75. I was almost there. This was like sex on SSRIs. I was almost there the entire time, but I couldn't get there. Like it didn't get me at the end.
You hear that, everybody? Couldn't get them up.
There was no mountaintop for me.
No,
Not from this movie.
not from this movie. And the brief nudity for 2 scenes.
Which was incestual. Well,
Not the second one. The other one was the shower scene.
Oh yeah, that's right. The butt crack scene. That was pretty cute.
One side boob and nips.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess there wasn't there? I just
Okay,
remember
give it the extra quarter point. Give it a 5. Come on.
No, this was trash.
Jeff, quite the analogy.
This movie could not make me come. I'm sorry.
Well, come again, Kevin.
No, thank you.
I don't know. I think I enjoy this a little bit more than you, but I totally acknowledge like the story's not quite there. It's not near. It is nowhere near as good as the original. The original is a timeless classic that people have pulled from for decades and will continue to pull from for decades. It was the originator, and Bob Clark was a damn godsend. And it's a shame. He did produce. He did endorse this movie. He at least saw something here that he approved of and he was okay with, and it's the last movie he was attached to before his untimely passing. Me, I enjoy it. I know the characters pretty much suck. I like my trashy movies. I also like bad slasher movies. This isn't so bad. I actually enjoy this one because I appreciate Glenn Morgan, what he's done, Final Destination, Space Above and Beyond. I can go through the filmography. I do think it's very well directed. I do think it's very well shot, but to your point, Kevin, it is terribly edited. And the last 15, I want to say 10 to 15 minutes of the movie, it completely loses its grip and all the momentum it had built up. It ran a little too long. They should have stuck with whatever the original ending was, or just clipped it off where the house was burning down. And I think you could have at least stuck the landing. You didn't stick the landing though. So my score is going to be more of a 6 out of 10.
If they would have kept Kristen alive and just ended it at her opening up that gift with the
Kristen
other gal,
and Michelle.
Yeah, that would probably been okay as far as an ending. But to have the extra, they're not dead yet ending. Okay, that's enough. I'm tired. Let's go now.
That's where it was starting to lose me. That's why I'm saying like that last part was just totally unnecessary, wasn't it? You could have had a 72-minute movie and it would have been just fine for everybody.
Yeah. It truly would have been. Or you could have kept in things that you cut out to fucking make that extra 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Extra gore death scenes, because I know they trimmed the shit out of that stuff too.
Yep.
And
absolutely.
It's all over IMDb and all over Wikipedia. You can look it up yourselves, everybody. They trimmed a ton out of here, and there's a lot of deleted scenes.
Yeah. So this isn't the worst film for me. This isn't. I don't think I will buy this one. I will buy the original.
Oh, the original, absolutely.
Yeah, if I find this on sale, maybe. It is entertaining enough-ish, but not enough.
Well, if you want a popcorn slasher Christmas movie, do this movie instead of Silent Night and Deadly Night Part 3, 4, and the new remake. You'll enjoy this one a little bit better. Yep.
Wow, okay. I wouldn't have thought, but I'll dig that.
I would recommend Terrifier 3 for a Christmas movie for you gore hounds out there, but that is insanely gory though.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not necessarily gore that I'm after. I want scary.
Like It's scary.
Gory.
I don't think
isn't
that movie
scary.
is up your alley, to be honest with you.
No, it's not. I don't like unnecessary gore. I don't. If it's there, that's one thing. Like the baking flesh cookies in this was totally fucking awesome.
Yeah, there was some nice touches in this movie.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like that's.
I didn't
good.
like the overly yellow, like Billy.
That was stupid. It was stupid and ableist. I'm sorry. People that have jaundice, that's offensive.
Damn straight.
She reminded me of her husband. And then was that her older son that she killed? Who was
No?
Who was it that was taking care of Billy?
They killed the dad, the first husband.
Oh, that was his dad?
Yeah.
Harsh.
Yep.
Weird. Okay. I thought that was like an older
That's who
brother.
they buried under the porch and all that.
Yeah, okay. All right then. Huh.
And he was still there too. That was kind of funny.
Fucking weird ass flick. Not
Yeah,
bad.
it's a trip. So if you want to just sit back, relax, have a couple drinks or whatever, you're not going to waste your time too bad on this one.
No. And for as awkward as it is, the sex scene on the stairs is kind of hot. Like if you haven't done that, try it.
Well, listen to Kevin, everybody.
I'm sorry. Was I encouraging? Yeah. Anyway,
You're such an enabler, Kevin.
I am. I apologize. It's hot.
Well, let's enable any last thoughts and let everybody head on out tonight.
All right. So what are we doing next week? Next week, we are doing Gremlins for 0-Point review. It is not only one of my all-time favorite movies, it is my favorite Christmas movie. How is it a Christmas movie? I don't know. I just love it. And I use it as an excuse to watch it every year. We are also going to be doing what are you guys doing for, we were just discussing it. What are you guys doing next week for the Stargate Files?
We're just doing our normal episode routine, but it will be pre-recorded. But that will be dropping on Christmas. And we'll also be pre-recording our following week's 0-Point reviews of Gremlins 2.
Yes, which I love both of those movies. If you guys don't know me, I'm a huge Gremlin fanatic. That movie and Ghostbusters shaped me so goddamn much. Like my love for science comes from Ghostbusters. My love for the paranormal comes from Ghostbusters. But my love for carnage and all things mischief is Gremlins. Everything else is Gremlins.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
Which Gremlins is a gateway drug for Deadpool.
You'll have to explain that.
It's all anarchy. Like the Gremlins are cute and fun, and then you get into Deadpool and he's fucking everything and doing the same thing that the Gremlins are doing. In fact, there are Gremlins in the new Deadpool VR game. They're in hell. They're little demons, but they're the Gremlins.
Does that involve pegging?
Yes.
All right.
Actually, it does. So, friends at home, if you have a Quest, play Deadpool VR. You're going to see some serious shit.
Well, that's a ringing endorsement from Kevin. And thank you all for tuning in. Please do us a solid, hit that like button on the way on out, share and subscribe. And we're going to send you on over to, I don't think we have a redirect set up unless somebody is still live. We will figure that out here in just a second. But thank you all for tuning in. We will see you all on the next one. And come try, everybody.
Get out.